today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the NECA Toys Terminator Genisys T-800 Guardian. This figure was released a little bit later than the original Guardian that we got and the T-1000, but I think it was worth the wait as we are finally getting the aged, older T-800 from Terminator Genisys. Sadly, some shame that, well, we aren't going to be getting probably another Terminator Genisys sequel, as it looks like it has been pulled from the studios. So maybe the fate of Terminator is up in the air, but in the meantime, we will have a look at the Terminator Genisys figure from the folks over at NECA Toys. It's recommended for ages 17 and up. The T-800 Guardian also comes with a weapon, as well as an interchangeable head, all of which we will look at when we get the package opened up. On the back, though, we've got the different views, different ways that you can display the figure. Also available is the T-1000 and the T-800 Guardian, the younger version. Description-wise, it says, first successful cybernetic organism to walk among the resistance, the T-800 is equipped with a super alloy endoskeleton covered by living flesh. Strength, able to pass for human, the T-800 is an efficient killer with detailed awareness of the human physiology and anatomy. Weakness, if all power sources are compromised, unit becomes inoperable. Interesting facts, the living tissues of these units are able to regenerate over time. This comes to us from the folks over at NECA Toys. You can go to www.necaonline.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. But when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Terminator Genisys T-800 Guardian. There's more anyway, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. For your accessories, the T-800 comes with a rifle, some sort of rifle or gun. I like that it's not all one color. It looks like it's kind of almost more of a brownish gunmetal, and then there's that lighter color in the barrel. It has a rubber-like strap as well. And you can take it and put it into his hand. Luckily, one hand has a trigger finger. As you can see, fits perfectly over the trigger of the gun. And let's just move that just to the side for a second. The T-800 also comes with an interchangeable head, which certainly shows a lot more battle damage than the one that is currently residing on the shoulders of the T-800. And just to give you a comparison, there is the T-800 battle damaged versus the regular T-800. If you know anything for a Spot, you know that I generally display them just as more human as I can, unless I maybe have a couple of these, or they release them in different variations, then I have the more battle damaged displayed. And finally, the other thing that he comes with is a damaged arm, which is really cool. I like that they would have included that. And to do that, all you have to do is just take the arm, extend the arm out. I'd probably find to be the easiest, and you want to just pop the shoulder off of the socket here. Can be a little more difficult depending on how stiff your figure might be. Something, in fact, took a lot easier just to pause the camera and do it that way. But you can go ahead and pop the arm in like that, and you've got like a severed arm. Really cool. I like that. Would I ever display him like that? Well, no, not necessarily, but that's kind of cool that they would have put that in there. The only downside, though, is actually trying to get the shoulder off, and for that you might actually have to take the jacket off. At least it's rubbery, and then just from there put the arm back in. Got to say, at least the joints are nice and secure. They are somewhat problematic to get back into place, but there you go. And you get the T-800 back to normal. Okay, so let's have a look at his face. Face-wise, yes, it does look like Arnie. Just obviously a much older Arnie. Yeah, it's a shame about the new Terminator property. The sequel's up in the air. Who knows what's going to come of them? Maybe we never will see another Terminator. I don't know. Arnie's not getting any younger, sadly. So hopefully they can resolve that soon. We might be able to get some new Terminator movies. All things considered, I actually enjoyed Genisys. Was it as good as T2? Well, no. Anybody that says, oh, well, it's wasn't one of the better sequels. Well, you know what? You can always go back and watch the originals. I like that they, they're able to continue to release new Terminator movies. I thought it was really well thought out for the fact that they had to try to skew time and make it, well, feasible that they could have had yet another sequel when it seems so many times before Skynet was defeated. As for his outfit, well, it's kind of very reminiscent of the original look of, well, Arnie in T2 and T3. He's got the gray t-shirt, he's got like the black like slacks, and he's got some equivalent to a leather jacket. In this case, it's kind of more like a, just a coat. But it's got that same sort of color scheme that we've come to know and love with the Terminator. I guess they're just programmed when they come to the past that they know they have to pick out something that's in the gray and black color scheme. Something leather, anything that at least has this sort of coloring. He's got a little bit of battle damage as well. His front chest area is ripped open. I do really like the sculpt though. I think the sculpt on his face is quite nice. For being, of course, an older Arnie. Yes, there is the option to change it up for this, but you know what? I dig really the regular human face rather than the battle-scarred face. Be more inclined to probably just display him like this. And also, too, it helps... Well, one thing that's nice is that with the new NECA toys, all the figures have more posability. So, like the new Terminators, Arnie's got a lot more posability in the legs, the knees, the elbows, shoulders. Speaking of, why don't we just go down the list of posability that Arnie has. He's got a ball joint in the head. As you can see, very easy, very posable, lots of different positions that you can get Arnie in. Shoulders are on a ball hinge. They rotate out. You can rotate the arms all the way around, as well as you can bend the elbow, which can be a little stiff. Rotate the forearm on that same joint is a rotation in the wrists. The torso, and actually it's funny that the shirt as well as the jacket are both rubbery. So he does have what appears to be a crunch possibly right there. He also has a waist swivel. And legs go forward and out, forward back, out. He has a kind of a swivel cut right at the very top of his thigh. A hinge knee, a rotation on the lower leg, and finally a rotation in the foot. Say what you want about the Terminator Genisys. Yes, I know it wasn't as good as Terminator 2, but I thought for what it needed to be and introducing a new way to introduce sequels, I thought Terminator Genisys was handled well. Now maybe hopefully we'll get a return of Dutch in a new Predator movie. Oh, fingers crossed, that'd be so cool. But in the meantime, I certainly enjoyed watching Arnie come back. He was back. I'll be back. He came back as Genisys in Terminator Genisys, and I thought it was cool. And it really was cool to see NECA get the license for these figures and get more Terminator figures. You can never have enough Terminator figures if you ask me. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the NECA Toys Terminator Genisys. We're looking today at the T-800 Guardian, or older Schwarzenegger. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.